Guys, welcome back to another edition of the RopeDie.com video blog, and today we're talking trade shows. With January looming, what does that mean? Massive New Year hangover. Yeah, but what else? Paying off your credit card bills from Christmas overindulgence? Also yes, but not what I'm looking for. It's that time of the year you swear you're going to be waist 32 again by February. No, idiot, it's Fashion Week. You see, twice a year brands, buyers, press and all other sorts of industry professionals gather together in any number of fashion weeks around the globe. We've got them in New York, we've got them in Paris, we've got them in London, Milan, Berlin and so on. Okay, aside from that long list of parties you don't get invited to, what are they? Well, they're a chance for brands to show off the latest collections, for these industry professionals to get a flavour of upcoming seasons, for buyers to buy, movers to move, and shakers to shake. And yes, there are a lot of parties, and your mum invites me to one or two. She's your mum too. Fashion weeks are made up of lots of events, so openings, parties, exhibitions, showrooms, runway shows, and yeah, trade shows. You see, when you think of fashion and fashion events, you're probably conjuring up images of models stalking up and down catwalks while the crooning masses look on judgmentally. But this is only really applicable to a small percentage of the brands. The Burberrys, the Vetements, that kind of thing. Vetements, you ate. But the rest of the brands need to get their gear in front of the right audience, and this is where trade shows come in. In very basic terms, it's like a great big space. The brands come, they set up their stall, and the buyers come along to decide what they want to order for the coming season. Season? Fashion calendar is broken up into two separate seasons, so spring, summer, and autumn, winter. The collections reflect the appropriate clothing for the weather at these times of year, or at least that's the theory anyway. Collection? You know how to pronounce Vetements correctly, but you don't know what collections are? Okay, so a collection is a collection of clothing that a specific brand offers to its customers, which in this case of a trade show would be stores and agents, not the end consumer. This can be anything from a range of graphics tees, to shirting, to shoes, coats, jackets, accessories, anything and everything, and even all of the above for the larger brands. A buyer is the guy who decides for his store or his organization what will be stocking the shelves in the future. He knows his customer, the mood of the market, upcoming trends, and he's also got this kind of sixth sense. Being good buyers is an art form. It takes a certain amount of intuition to look at a garment and think, right there and then, my customer will love this, it'll fit into this in the store, the guy who buys that jean will also love this jacket, and it's going to go with this shirt, and so on. A good buyer is worth his weight in gold and doesn't necessarily have to be the owner of the store. It can be a job unto itself. They have a vision of what that store represents, the image they want to project, and who their customer truly is. It's a balancing act. Sometimes they'll pick a total wild card, something that's only going to be like for 1% of their customers, but it's going to look great in the store window, it'll create a buzz for the customer base, and yet sometimes they fuck it up. And that's where us lot find ourselves trolling through these sales bins. When he's there, he will visit the brands he already has a relationship with. He's going to be looking at their new pieces in their collections, reordering pieces that were successful in the past, and deciding on what to buy, in what quantities and what sizes. He or she will also be on the lookout for that latest and greatest new thing that no one else has spotted yet. That brand or piece of clothing that will give him a competitive edge over his rivals. This is where the artistry comes in. It's that intuition and a little bit of guesswork and I suppose a small bit of a gamble as well. So yeah, that's kind of trade shows at their core. But along with this, it gives other industry professionals, press, designers, other brands, it gives them the chance to meet and see what's going on in their area of the business. Much of the time these guys won't see each other from one season to the next. They're hailing from all over the globe. These events are the perfect place for them to come together, have a conversation and do some business. Yeah, so why aren't these things open to the public? Well, just for that reason, because it is a place to do business. Imagine if he was to come to your work for 3 days straight, touch all the things on your desk and incessantly talk to you. How much work do you really think you get done? Also, none of these things on display are for sale there and then. They're samples, much of the time they're prototypes or just one-offs. It's just for the buyers and folk like me to see what the brands are up to and where they're going for the next season. It really isn't about exclusivity or eliteness, well, at least in the area of the industry I work in. So this is the good thing. Working the denim and higher end menswear, it's a great part of the industry to be involved in. You find many of these brands actually, they work together. They don't see each other as the competition so much. For the most part, it's friendly and it's open. But yeah, as I said, it's about doing business. The brands have paid to be there and they need a return on that investment. But yeah, I am press, so I get to take you guys behind the curtain with me. It's still a little up in the air if I'm going to be going down to Florence for the Pitti, but here in Berlin, there's a couple of shows I will be attending for sure. First up, it's my old stomping ground, the Selvage Run. I worked for these guys for a couple of years as a brand representative for the show. It's home away from home for many of the brands we denim heads know and that we love. Many of the greatest Japanese brands come over to the Selvage Run, and for craft and artisanal brands, there's no better setting. Next up we have Seek. This is another mostly menswear show. It's definitely more contemporary, but there's a couple of firm favourites there as well. We're going to find the likes of Eat Dust, Naked and Famous, Bensai Denim developers, plus a few more, and it's certainly going to be worth a visit. So there we have it. That's the fashion trade show. Hopefully we've whetted your appetite a little bit, and we'll be back next time for a look behind that curtain. Guys, if you do me the favour of hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, oh, and that little bell button as well, slam that, you're never going to miss a post from us. You're subscribing to the channel, it really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. And also, a shout out to the guys who've already started following us. It's great, it's awesome you share the same passion for raw denim as I do, as we all do over at Rope Dye, so thank you. So, till next time denim heads, I'll see you in the next vlog.